Hello, dear friends. A photon is each of the particles that make up light and electromagnetic radiation. Opinion piece: photonic light, photon belt, photon ring, photonic foot, paradigm shift, cosmic alliance, era of peace and light, benevolent intervention, seventh dimension frequency, the galactic human being. Aquarius is the galactic law. Let's start. An expansion of consciousness is developing as higher photonic light continues to flood the Earth, according to Kesheresh. This light is conscious and alive. It knows where it is needed and permeates every part of the being. As the body absorbs these higher energy photons, this causes the frequency of the atom to accelerate. When dense energy is dissolved, consciousness expands and the body begins to improve as more light circulates within each cell. These light waves will only intensify, and there will be many who simply will not be able to make the necessary adjustments and will move on to their next life. Since the early 2000s, more people have been leaving Earth due to this shift, and this has multiplied in 2012. This situation is only increasing. This is part of our soul plan. For all of you who are aware of the ascension process, we hope that by now you know the necessary work you must do in order to maintain and remain in these increasingly higher frequencies. What can help you even more is to spend more time in nature, meditate, breathe deeply, stay hydrated, eat a vegetarian diet, and rest. It would also be wise to stay away from processed foods. Photonic nutrition is based on the principle that light is a crucial element for our health. Photonic nutrition is what will govern the way we live our diet, consuming fruits and vegetables in their raw, living state for the proper functioning of the body. The door of the realms of light is open for humankind. All that is asked of you is to take care of your well-being, send light to the world, be an example of love, open the portal of your heart, and prepare to transcend the third dimension. When you open your heart to love, the universe opens its portals to you. You rise in consciousness, and then the magnificent mysteries of the stars are revealed to you, says Kesheresh. Photon belt. We are already in the photon belt according to Cliff. Even 25,000 years, the solar system orbits the great central star Alcyon in the Pleiades system. A large disk of high-energy photons resembling a thick, washer-shaped donut called the photon belt surrounds the star at right angles to the orbit of the solar system. The energy is of fifth and seven-dimensional frequencies. A photon is each of the particles that make up light and electromagnetic radiation. The photon is the elementary particle responsible for the quantum manifestations of electromagnetic phenomena. It is the carrier particle of all forms of electromagnetic radiation, including gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet light, visible light, infrared light, microwaves, and radio waves. The photon is a quantum particle that is governed by the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which implies that precise determination of its position and speed is not possible. The photon belt refers to a region in space that is filled with highly concentrated particles of light. The solar system periodically enters these high-energy zones, which is believed to have a transformative effect on human consciousness and the Earth's energy. When the Earth comes into contact with the photon belt, this triggers a leap in world consciousness or spiritual evolution, leading to a new era of enlightenment or awakening. This concept gained popularity in the 80s and was used to explain energetic phenomena of or major planetary changes that would bring about a new era of light or spirituality. According to this theory, our solar system passes through a massive web of cosmic radiation, which would have momentous effects on Earth and humankind. Our solar system orbits Alcyone, the brightest star in the Pleiades. Earth's passage through this belt produces a spiritual cleansing from the planet and humankind. Earth enters this belt approximately every 10 to 11,000 years. Galactic Law. As the Earth's solar system revolves around Alcyone, it passes through the Photon belt. The two passages of 2,000 years are affected by the pole cut, first from one direction and then again from the other side in the opposite direction as it orbits around. The two passage frequencies are completely different. The first passage enters the belt from one side and takes 2,000 years to pass through. The second enters the belt from the other direction on the opposite side of the orbit and also takes 2,000 years to pass through. Due to their respective locations and opposite directions of passage, the 2,000-year passages affect completely different collective frequencies in the solar system. The first passage corresponds to the Leo dispensation and the learning of solar law, while the current second passage relates to Aquarian dispensation and the learning of galactic law. As the Earth has now entered the age of Aquarius and is at the beginning of a new 25,000-year cycle, it has also entered the photon belt from the direction related to the galactic law cycle. It officially entered the belt in November 2011. The continuous, very musical and multi-layered ringing and hissing in the ears of some of you is due to your neural atoms spinning faster due to the added energy. Each 25,000-year period of root race learning begins with Capricorn. After passing backwards through the dispensation to Leo, you begin to learn about solar law in a practical way for 2,000 years during the passage through the first side of the photon belt, where you become familiar with the principles of solar law and how you work with them. After continuing through the remaining dispensation to Aquarius, you begin to learn about the facts of galactic law and the importance of maintaining a proper understanding of its nature in consciousness for the highest good of all during the passage through the opposite side of the belt. Famous book. You Are Becoming a Galactic Human is a book by Virginia Essen and Sheldon Neidl, published in 1994. The book explores themes related to extraterrestrial life and the concept of galactic human beings. At the end of the transformation process, the book predicts that the Earth will enter an era of peace, love, and unity, free of conflict and aligned with higher spiritual principles. The book claims that humanity is in the process of transformation to become galactic beings with the help of benevolent cosmic entities. Human beings are evolving into a new phase of existence with the guidance of spiritual beings such as whales and dolphins in this transformation process. The book claims that benevolent civilizations, in particular a higher confederation of advanced beings, are helping the Earth and humankind in their process of evolution. These advanced beings are watching for guiding humanity to a new level of consciousness. An ascension process is described that will lead humanity to a new era of spiritual enlightenment. Through this evolution, people will transform into galactic human beings with greater consciousness and advanced spiritual capacity. The book suggests that Earth is entering a phase of global transformation in order to align itself with a higher vibratory state, which will involve changes in society, politics, and the natural environment. The authors propose that humankind will eventually join other galactic civilizations in plural, entering into a network of interplanetary and cosmic cooperation. This process includes a change in the way humans perceive the universe and their place in it. Breaking news. Wall Street prepare for a difficult month with the Fed meeting in the spotlight. Global markets slump. China tumbles to 7-month low as worst month of the year gets off to a nasty start. New impeachment against Trump are likely to lead to trial before election, expert says. Turkey officially applies to join BRICS. Algeria announces its official entry into the new development bank of the BRICS. Representatives of 76 countries will attend the Oriental Global Economic Forum in Vladivostok. China offers a model for the modernization of developing countries at the summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing from September 4th to 6th. China and the Philippines accuse each other of ramming ships in the South China Sea. Japan protests China's second territorial incursion in less than a week. An enigmatic structure is discovered in the center of the Earth in which seismic waves are slowed down. Europe. Poland threatens Ukraine with blocking its entry into the European Union. Globalists are trying to turn Ukraine into a third world party. Hungary will not survive without Russian gas, says Foreign Minister. Switzerland asked to review its 500 years of military neutrality. Norwegian princess marries American shaman. The UK proposes a 4-day week without cutting hours. Former Prime Minister Elizabeth Truss says the Bank of England governor is in charge of the UK, not the Prime Minister. According to Lorenzo Z, the UK ignores its own laws on illegal immigration. The divide and conquer plan has been exposed. In the end, most will understand. Spain. Spain's big fortunes are investing in banks. Spain registers a record number of tourists until July with 53.4 million and an expenditure of 7.1 billion euros. Renewable energy revenues plummet by 80% due to the fall in electricity prices. Spain is the country in the world with the best balance between leisure and work. Cermatec will install its first lithium battery factory outside of China in Malaga. Americas. Judge Uman prohibits the Chamber of Deputies of Mexico from discussing judicial reform. Slow population growth causes political tensions in Bolivia. Bolivia is experiencing a day without cars to raise environmental awareness. Ecuador is battling 12 active fires that have consumed more than 4,800 hectares. Brazil is suffering from an unprecedented drought. The Supreme Court of Brazil confirms the decision that blocks the use of the social network X. Elon Musk vows to expose top Brazilian judge's crimes after X suspension. US seizes Maduro's plane in Dominican Republic. European Union rejects Nicolas Maduro's legitimacy. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.